Welcome back. Now in this video we will start working right on the login page. You will implement a beautiful UI design for the login. So first let me add this to the dictionary, save it. So the green line will be gone then. And if you guys didn't add, it will not cause any error. So that's fine. And now we are on the main.dot, as you guys can see right in here. So first we're gonna go and create a new folder right in the lib directory, and we will name this as a login page. And right in the login page we will create a dart file. There we go. And now we will name this as a login in a small alphabets underscore screen. Instead of space you guys can give the underscore. So press enter. Now right in the login screen dot you will have a stateful widget, so write st. There we go, stateful widget. We will name this as a login. That's fine. Right in here we don't need this key, remove that, and simply click on the stateful widget and import the library material.dart. There we go. So that's fine right in here. So right in the login screen, first we will set the wallpaper. Let me show you that. Right in the acid images folder, and there we go with the wallpaper, that one. So at first we will show that just for a while, and right after that we will show a beautiful company image right in the background with the animation. So first we will go and create a folder right in the lib by the name services. And right inside that folder we will create a dart file by the name global variables, because we're going to need some variable and we will declare that as global. So in here global variables. That's fine. Now right in here, first one we're going to need it for the login image, as I told you before. So in here we will say string type login URL image. And now we will leave this empty. Later on we will simply go to the Google and search for images, and we will copy the URL for that image, and then we will come right in here and paste it right in here. So open your browser and search for company 4K images. Okay, go to the images and right in here search for image and select it and copy that URL, as you guys can see right in here. So whenever you are done with the copying the URL, and one more thing, I will go with this background image for my app. So in my case I will copy that one and simply go back to the Android Studio, and right in here in this string tag variable login URL image, in here simply paste the URL that you copied before, as you guys can see right in here. In my case this is the URL for the image that I want to use in my app. So in your case choose whatever you want and paste it right in here. And I will also provide this URL. If you guys want to use that image, you can simply copy that. So now we will simply go back to the login screen dot right in here. You will remove that container and return the scaffold. Right in the scaffold, right in the body, we will have a stack widget, and right in the stack widget we will have a children, and right in the children we will have a catch network image. There we go, the first one. Remove that for now. In here comma, take this down. So in here we will say image URL, and now we're going to use that login URL image. So in here paste it. So now simply import the library for that. There we go, import it, and the error has been gone. Now right after we will say placeholder is going to take the contacts and then the URL. We will set it to the image dot asset, and now right in the asset we will simply show the wallpaper as I told you before. Which one? Right in the images, that one. Okay, that's fine. Now in here we will say set the path assets, and right in the asset slash we will go with the images folder, and right in the images folder we will go with the name of that picture. Let me check it one more time. It's wallpaper.jpg. So in here we will say wallpaper .jpg, and guys, look out for the name. It must be similar, because otherwise it will not work if there will be any extra spacing or spelling mistake. So make sure to make it in a proper manner. So right after we will fit it to box fit dot fill. It's fine right in here. Now the next thing we will do, we will simply go and create an animation as I told you before. So for that, but before that we will initialize the animation first. Right above the widget build, right in here. So we will say animation is going to take the double because there will be floating values, and going to name this animation. It's going to be private, and right in here question mark, so the error will be gone. And also we will create the animation controller. So for that, right in here we will say animation controller in there. Right after we will go with the animation controller. There we go. And in here question mark, so the error will be gone. Done. Now what we will do, we will simply add down in here. Later on we will dispose that, but first right in here we will say instead, and right inside that we will work for the animation and we will create it. So let's go and do that. So in here we will say animation controller, and right inside that what we will store, we will say animation controller. So this is going to take the initial value. Right in here we will say this for the animation, okay, duration, and we will set the duration, let's set it to seconds 20. Let me move it to the side so that you guys can see. We'll set to 20 and write it and semicolon. So from here we will now say animation, and right inside that we will store the curve animation. So the parent is going to be the animation control, that one, okay. Copy it and paste it right in here. This is going to be the parent for that curve animation. Or right in the curve, in here we will say curves. We will go with the dot linear, and you can choose whatever you want. It's fine right in here. Now right after, in here take it down so that you guys can see easily. we will say dot dot add listener. So add listener, what it will do, it will simply call the listener every time the value of the animation changes. So that's the purpose that we are using that right in here. Let me dispose this control, animation control, right in here. So in here we will say dispose, and right inside that del this. So in here we will say animation controller dot dispose. That's fine right in here. And one thing we should do right in here, you will simply remove that from here, and instead of that, in here we will select, and also in here. That's fine right in here, and you guys can see the error has been gone. Also from here and in here. Let's move further. So here we'll take this down, and in here we will say dot dot, and we will simply add the status listener. There we go. So right in the status we will say animation status. It's fine right in here. Right in here semicolon, take this down, and right in that we will set the if condition, and we will say if animation status, if it's equal to the animation status dot completed, then in that case what we will do, we will simply set the animation controller to reset. You guys can see, and also the animation controller, we will set it to forward, so it's gonna move forward. Then and right after in here we will say animation controller dot forward. So that's fine right in here. So in here you guys can see that error. We will just fix this now, and in here add the const modifier. So now let me check the error. What did they say? Can you send quicker provider? So we're gonna change something. We will go right at top, and with this plus, as you guys can see, login stat extends stat login. With that, what we will do, we will simply say with quicker provider stat maxim. So there we go, all good right in here. And if you go down now, the error will be gone down, as you guys can see right in here. Now the red line has been gone already. So add this right in here, then the error will be gone. And we are done with the animation, and they're working okay. Also we dispose the animation control right in here. You guys can see the result. Now we will simply go down, and right below this image asset in here we will say error widget is going to take the contacts, and then the URL, also the error. Okay, now we're gonna give the icons. You will go with the dot error. Down. So that's fine right in here. Put a comma, and then we will set the width, and go with the double dot infinity, and right after the height we will go with the double dot infinity. It's fine right in here. Also fit it to box fit dot cover, and right after let's set the alignment, and right in the alignment there will be a fractional offset in which we will simply use the animation. The value, comma 0. And here set the spelling, put n in here. So that's fine right in here. And in here add the const modifier. So now we will simply run the app from the start and we will see the output. But first we will go towards the main dot, okay, and we will call upon adding the home on the login. So in here we will remove that scaffold and you will have a login right in here. So whenever we run the app from the start, there will be a login screen then, okay. In here import the library for the login screen dot. So there we go. Now let's go towards the login screen dot, and now we will check the output. So run main dot hot reloaded, and you guys will see the output just in a while with a beautiful animation that we just created. There we go, as you guys can see right in here. As you guys can notice the output, okay. First there was that wallpaper they showed before, and right after that there is that URL image, okay. You guys can see right on the screen that one, but it's not changes dynamically because we set the animation and it's not changing dynamically. So we will go right at top, and let me show you one more thing right in here. It's the stateful widget. Whenever you use the stateful widget, we have to call upon the sysstat, then it will change it dynamically, and you guys will notice the output just in a while. But first let me call upon the sysstat, writing this add listener, writing the init stat in which we set the working of animation. You guys can see right in here. So writing the add listener, add the sysstat, and here we will say sys stat, and right in there, right at the end, semicolon. So I'll call upon the sysstat right in here, and now if we run the application again, you guys will notice the change. So click in here, run main dot, and it will change it dynamically. There we go. You guys can now notice the animation. It's moving forward, and whenever it will complete, it will go back to the start. And it's moving forward. You guys can see the beautiful animation, and right in the start you guys also notice the wallpaper. There we go. Okay, so that's it for this video. Right in the next video we will start working right from here.